Whether you're gardening on the rooftop like me, on the balcony, or even your backyard, you'll still need proper drainage for your plants, of course, unless you're thinking of growing some water-loving plants or setting up a pond. This week, I actually focused on setting up drain system here, and I'll show you guys how I did that, and of course to test it out. But it did ended up taking much longer than I expected because of shortage of supplies. Some places didn't have it. Plus, this week here, we had almost reached 100 degrees downstairs. That means up here was probably anywhere between like 108 to 112 maybe. So expect an update on the plants in a bit. Let's get started. I'm ready to work. All right, if you're curious, what do I usually carry up here? Well, first of all, I always have my pair of gloves, then a measuring tape. I probably should keep one up here, but I only have one in case I need it. And then I always remember to bring a bottle of water up here. I usually have my own bottle, but I don't know where it went today. So I just grabbed this on the go. But hey, you never know, even though the water here is technically drinkable, I do have a filter for the water here. Today's plan is to clean out those drains so that I can get them ready to put the fitting in to guide the water down the drain pipe. Okay, see how that drain right there? This one has already been done for me, so I need to copy this basically and do the same. And that's food safe, non-toxic silicone. And I can only get this type online. Basically, it's a silicone that is meant for gluing your aquarium glass together. So if they are safe for your fishies, they should be safe for my plants. This part of the roof is actually higher than there. So it actually makes most sense. Get the pipes, everything should just be pointing that way. Like I think it's okay to point sideways, and then, but they all have to go down this way. So I should not have any of the pipes going this way. That makes no sense. So thank you to one of you guys had mentioned, because I totally forgot to consider the slope of the roof. And the whole point of this project is to get the water off the roof. Yeah. So thank you, Absorb Nerd. I think it was you that mentioned that the roof has a slope. Duh. I don't know why I completely forgot about that. And that is why I appreciate your comments, you guys, because there are some things that you guys remind me of that I completely forgot about or just didn't even consider. So I really appreciate your comments and your feedback. I need to think about how I would best design, how I can get the pipes laid out. Even though it's functional, I also want it to not be a hazard. So this is the lowest point of the table or the tray with the drain hole. I'm gonna start with alcohol wipe. So I need to clean and scrub to get this area clean, at least this ring area where I will be putting the fitting on. I'm just gonna do this to all of the trays and get back to you guys to move on to the next step. I think that's pretty clean and it is dry. Wipe this down too. Just make sure the bottom is clean and dried, because this is the part that's going to adhere to the silicone. This is the silicone that I'm using. Just gonna make a little circle here. Ooh, is it coming out yet? Let's pull this out. Oh shoot. Bad idea. Yikes. Okay, I gotta get ready to wipe this out. Oh, goodness. I knew this was gonna happen. What a mess. This is supposed to be so easy, guys. Ugh, I shouldn't use my fingers. Okay. I'm such a pro at this. All right, here we go. This goes in. There it goes. Okay, so just push it in. I wonder if I can just wipe this off, like clean it up while it's still wet. Yeah, there's a lot of glue on the bottom. Oh, I feel like it's this thing that's preventing it from coming out. Oh my, oh wow. Ah, I'm getting it all over me. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yeah, maybe I'll get a little bit around the outside. I think we can get on with the other one. This one should be better because I have experience now, right? Just draw a ring on it. But I don't think you need like a lot. Just push it down, just like that. That's how you do it. Okay, it is now the next day. Let me show you guys how the drain fitting has set. Yep, it's set. So now I just need to put the plug in the other side of the fitting. This is what the fitting looks like, and it's going into all these trays. Yesterday, I placed this one in the drain hole and glued it on. Now that the glue is dry, we can now plug or put this one in. So it's just gonna come up like that, just like that. And then the PVC pipe will insert like this. And you can turn it and guide the water going wherever you want, just like that. Oh, I was supposed to install this first to make my job easier. Since I don't have an exact plan of how I want to lay these pipes out right now, I'm just gonna test out by doing one tray, and this one just guides directly down to that drain pipe. Hopefully it works, and if it does, I'm going to gather all these plants, just gonna move them all in this tray for now so that I can get them watered and drained while I work on the rest of these trays. All right, let's try. Okay, I see no leaks here. Let's go downstairs and check if the drain works. And there's water. So obviously this is not the actual design. It's not the finished design, but I just want to test it out. The actual design is to turn this piece that way so that it would have this long pipe running that direction to get to the location that I actually want to release the water, which is the other part of the garden. Oh, and while we're here, I want to show you how this problem was fixed. The Teflon tape was actually, the more I put on there, it was actually preventing this to insert deeper into this part. So actually, I guess as long as you have the gasket, try it without the tape, because I think the tape is not actually meant for doing something like this. Yeah, so there it is. This is on right now and there's no leak. Yay! Right, now that I got this tray watered, I can see that there's a low point right there, so I don't want that actually, so I'm going to lift this side up a little bit, guide the water down since the drain is on that side. So you want here to be low and here to be high. So yeah, it's gonna need some tweaking as I water the plants and test things out. Did that change anything? Good evening. I brought, ta-da, a marble. A very simple experiment or test. All I gotta do is place this marble, see which direction it rolls or stays put in this case. Then I'll know how to adjust the slope. Because when the slope on the tray is really slight, it can be kind of tricky to tell which side needs lifting. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay, cool. How about here? Yay! Bingo! Fill this area. Let's just see if it runs. There's a little bit of pull in the center. Oh, awesome. Look at that momentum. It's going, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going. All right, it's time to give you guys a little update on these plants. This is the wild rose. This is definitely a native that can handle this heat. But let's just have a look here. It still feels moist. It's definitely not like drenching wet, but It feels moist. Can use a little bit of water, but this plant is more like the, it's drought tolerant. It's native to this area. Mulberry and feverfew doing great up here. Yeah, they're looking phenomenal, and it's like 7-ish p.m. right now. Look at the sun we have up here. It's it's almost 7:30 right now. Look at all these blossoms on the eggplants. Remember how I planted this like exactly maybe even 5 days ago? And all of these flowers are coming. The sun is incredible. Look, even a baby eggplant is forming. These are growing in the Epic Gardening 5-gallon grow bags. Hairy ball milkweed is looking good. That's actually a volunteer. This is the pomegranate I brought up from the shade garden, so it is expected that the leaves would drop. Since this is a Mediterranean fruit, I'm not too worried about it. I'm sure that new leaves will come soon. This is an arrowroot plant. I need to get into a bigger pot. This is a rose that I grew from a cutting from my rose bush downstairs. This is the sentimental rose. I actually got this cutting growing for 2 years now, but downstairs there was just not enough sun. After I sent it up here for like about maybe 2.5 weeks, it started budding and now it's about to flower. Moringa, I'm thinking I can just grow a bunch of moringas as greens up here. But yeah, my moringa definitely can handle the heat. Basil, of course, can handle the heat. Look at this beautiful, sweet basil. Lavender loves the heat as well. So does carnations. Look at that. These ones are all stretchy because they came from the shade garden from downstairs. Look, this is bone dry right now. Probably have to give them a haircut and get them to start fresh like these ones here. These are the new growth. Milkweed for the butterfly. My Suriname cherry tree. Goji berries. They were ripening in days rather than weeks downstairs. Let's see how this one with the Grow Oya is doing. Oh, it's very wet too. Look at that. How nice. Look at that. Wow. Let's see how much water it drank. I refilled this 2 days ago. Oops. It definitely has been drinking. As you can see, the Oya does work, but the size of it, especially the one that can fit in this 5-gallon, is just about this size Oya, and I think I'll have to refill this like once a week, which still cuts out a lot of gardening time, like having to water it every single day. But say if you need to leave somewhere for longer than a week, this isn't gonna cut it. But this will do for now. I'm testing out different ways of like growing things up here right now. I can't wait to get this drain system finished, hopefully this week, and then I can start on the water timer. After that, I'll be able to start growing some more up here. All these plants right now, I'm so glad they're doing well. These are like my testing round right now. Yeah, really happy that they're doing so well so far. Thank you so much, you guys, for being a part of this crazy adventure. Let me know in the comments, has there been anything that surprised you throughout this project so far? And I'd love to know what has been the most productive crop for you this year. Yeah, I think that would be fun to read about. And if you would like to support this channel, go check out WENDILAND.com, my garden shop. And a huge thank you to Joaquin Costa. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, but thank you so much for your super chat. Your support really means a lot. And thank you all of you guys for watching. Keep on watching because who knows what the heck I'll be doing in the Sky Garden next. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.